I've done my first batch with the Nama J2 juicer and I absolutely love it. I wasn't sure really what I was doing. This is my first time ever using a juicer, so I think from a first time novice perspective, I think it's really helpful to understand what I loved about it so much and why I think this is great for people who are super experienced or people like me who really want to try juicing. And have a tool like this makes it much more accessible and much more fun and not quite as laborious as some of the juicers of the past. Starting from the beginning, the packaging was amazing. Everything perfectly sealed up in all individual little boxes for all of the different components. So each of these were all in their own boxes. This was all stored separately and it was just nicely packaged and with lots of beautiful color and stuff, and it's just like getting a nice little Christmas present. So really cool right out of the gate. Once you start putting it together, you can really see the build quality, the really heavy duty plastics that are used in everything, the really heavy motor. And then when you actually turn it on, I'm just gonna show you an example. It operates so smoothly. Like when you've got the fruit and veggies down in there, you barely hear it. It's really quiet. Some of the other little elements that are really cool about it, I love that it's got a stopper on the juice end. So if you want to run a batch through a second time, you can do that without having to worry about all the liquid coming out, and you can kind of hold it in here while you churn it through. All of the pulp comes out on the other side, and there's some really neat aspects to it that you see when you start to clean it. So it's super easy to take apart. All of these pieces can all come out individually, clean really easily. All of these pieces come apart really easily. Just make sure that you put them back aligned with the little divots. It took me actually reading the instructions to figure that out. And one thing that's really handy on the pulp side, you just remove this little lever and then you can get all of the pulp really easily that builds up in here. And for anything, you just clamp that back. Anything that doesn't come out easily, they included this really helpful tool. So for scrubbing all of the bits around here, and then on the auger, there's a little piece in here that this tool is perfect for getting all the little bits that come down here. I cleaned this thing thoroughly and didn't even realize until I was putting away that it had a bunch of little pulp down in there, and I realized that's what this guy is for. So they've really thought of every little nook and cranny on here and how we want to clean it. I love that it comes with a really helpful quick start guide that shows you a bunch of tips about how to load your vegetables, fruits, whatever, based on how leafy to hard they are. Thought that was really cool. A lot of areas about like what to put in and how to put it in. So just helpful things beyond like this is how you use it. It came with a recipe book, or actually a really nice large recipe book that have a lot of really good recipes. That was one of the first ones I made, was based off of theirs. I will say that almost all of their recipes are very natural. We happen to live in an area that's really good for growing, really long growing season, really good fruits and vegetables. So they have a lot of flavor, a lot of natural sugar. If you happen to live somewhere where you have to go to a grocery store that's maybe questionable, you might want to take a look at the recipe and see if you need to modify to give the juice a little more flavor. Overall, again, from a pure novice perspective, there's nothing to not love about this. Everything that you want to work the way it should, it does. And actually, it's even better designed than I could have imagined. I can't recommend this enough. A+.